Hello, this tutorial is to familiarize you with how to effectively use the drawing tools in the online classroom. The drawing tools are located on the left side of the whiteboard and are very easy to use. With the drawing tools, you can draw shapes, handwrite, and type on the whiteboard. Please note, however, that before students can use the drawing tools, the tutor has to assign writing privileges by first clicking on the student's name and then going to User Control in the main menu, clicking on it, and then selecting Allow Whiteboard Control. Without your permission, students are not able to use the drawing tools. At the very top of the drawing tools is the word New. This is used to create a new whiteboard. To see how to create the different kinds of whiteboards, please view another tutorial on the whiteboard. Underneath the word New, there are two X's. The first X gives you the option to delete a whiteboard. Right now, this X is grayed out because we are viewing the default whiteboard, which cannot be erased or deleted. However, in your session, you may be using several different kinds of whiteboards. The X gives you the option to delete any of those whiteboards. The second X is used to erase anything that's marked on the whiteboard. And I will demonstrate that a little bit later in this session. The picture of the cursor that you see on your screen is the selection tool. The selection tool has many uses. It can work as a magnet. I'm just going to demonstrate that to you. If you want to move objects around on the whiteboard, you click on the selection tool and it gives you that capability to move things around and put the objects wherever you would like them to be moved on the whiteboard. It also gives you the option to enlarge. Just simply drag the corners of an object to make it larger or to make it smaller. Next is the straight line drawing tool. You can use this tool to draw straight lines. You can decide on the thickness of the lines and the color. So I'm going to start with a line that is a thin line, just to demonstrate. And then I'm going to choose a thicker line. I simply highlight the number and on my keyboard I type down a larger number. Then I select my color and just drag my mouse across the screen to form my second line. Next is the pencil or handwriting tool. The handwriting tool is used for handwriting on the whiteboard. Best results are achieved if you are using a digital writing tablet, but you can also use a mouse or the touchpad of a laptop. So I will demonstrate how that works. Right now I'm going to make a smaller line, and I am using a touchpad on a laptop. So I'm going to choose my color, which is going to be blue. And then I hold down on the left side of my touchpad, and that enables me, I drag my cursor across the screen and it allows me to form numbers. You can also draw letters. Remember that you can choose the size, the pen width, and you can choose the color. Next is the highlighter. The highlighter is used to highlight or draw attention to something in the classroom that you wish the student to view. There are different colors for the highlighter, and I'm just going to demonstrate a couple of those colors. And as I said, if you wish to draw attention to a particular object or something on the whiteboard, then you can use the highlighter to do so. Next is the text tool. The text tool allows you to type on the whiteboard, and once again you can select the size of your typing and you can choose the color. As well, you get the option to choose a different kind of font. We have 5 different kinds of font that you can choose from. You simply click on the screen or on the whiteboard where you wish to start, and then you type in your message. If at any point you decide that, or you see that you've made a mistake, you can erase and fix things. And please keep in mind that the student will not be able to see what you have typed until you press enter on your keyboard. Next, I'd like to talk for a little bit about the geometric shapes. This tool enables you to draw lines and basic geometric shapes such as circles, squares, rectangles, ovals, and so on. This can be very useful in teaching math lessons, or for example, if you're using a Venn diagram in your lesson, or if you're brainstorming and want to design a mind map of the ideas. There's just so many different ways that geometric shapes can be used, and not only just for math. So I'm just going to demonstrate. First, I'll just draw a simple rectangle. And if you want to fill the rectangle, then you can choose the different colors that you wish to have the outside lines and the inside, and you can simply draw. As I said, with this one, you can also have the option of having the width, the lines, width, thick or thin, and different colors. Then, if at any point you need to erase anything that's on the whiteboard, we have 2 erasers. The first eraser is located on the bottom, and it is colored pink and blue. You just select it, and then you would just click to erase. Or you have the option of just dragging your eraser across the screen, holding down on your mouse, the left side of your mouse, and it will just wipe everything that's in its path. Or you can use the little X that's up on the top right to erase the markup. Anything that's on the screen, you can erase everything all at the same time. You will get a pop-up window asking you to confirm that you wish to erase everything that's on the whiteboard, and if you click on yes, everything will disappear. Next, for math, social studies, or science sessions, we have coordinate grids. This feature enables you to very easily and quickly display coordinate grids on your whiteboard. This is very useful when you're constructing graphs or marking locations with the coordinate system. Then you can use the line tool to very quickly, and I'm just going to choose a different color. Use the line tool to very quickly draw lines on your coordinate grid, keeping the lines nice and straight. And of course, you can use the text tool and the handwriting tool if you wish to put any other information on the grid. And I'm just going to erase this because I want to spend a little bit of time talking about the symbols library. The symbols library brings forth a pop-up window. There's a number of different symbols which you can use during a session. And to select one, you simply click on the particular object and you just click on it, and immediately it will come out into the whiteboard. And there's different ones that you can choose from. You have animals, you have bullets, you have mathematic symbols. Some of these symbols are a little bit tricky to make, so it's nice to have them already pre-made. And there's other objects as well that you can choose from. Once you have inserted these objects onto the whiteboard, You can use the selection tool to move them anywhere you wish to have them on the screen. And of course the selection tool, once again, if you want to make these objects larger, the selection tool will allow you to do that. As well, in the drawing tools, we have pointers that are available that can point to the left or to the right. And these pointers can be used to draw the student's attention to some graphic or some area that's on the whiteboard. Now, I did not mention two of the drawing tools, and one is the placing an image on the whiteboard, and the other one was the screen capture tool. These are very useful tools, but they are the focus of two other videos. So please view these tutorials, video number 5 and video number 6, placing an image on the whiteboard and the screen capture tool. If you need additional help with the drawing tools, then please refer to the information handbook for tutors by going to this link. To access the handbook, you will be provided with a username and password. And the information handbook contains detailed information on how to use the drawing tools. This concludes the session on using the drawing tools in the virtual classroom. Thank you for viewing.